New blue KAIOKEN Goku possibly incoming. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we're talking about a couple of major hints that may be leading towards the theme of the Tanabata celebration, which should be starting in less than 14 days over on JP Dokkan. This information was brought to light. Shout out to Air Dokkan by looking up at the missions that are upcoming for the legendary Frieza event. Yes, that's right, the Frieza event will be adding new missions on JP Dokkan, and these missions, along with a couple other subtle hints that have been sort of dropping periodically throughout the last couple of months, may sort of lead us to believe the next Tanabata LR will have something to do with the Universe 6 tournament. So let's go ahead, let's start by looking at the missions. So the missions here are complete with Universal Survival Saga, right? Space Traveling Warriors, and the Warriors of Universe 6. So this means something related to Universal Survival Saga and Warriors of Universe 6 are going to be the next LR. It could mean nothing, but it seems kind of an odd choice when you consider that the current celebration on JP is focused around the Super Bosses theme, specifically, right, with the drop of the LR Cell Max during the Goku Black campaign. Nothing to do with any of these categories. So whatever these categories are for, it must be for what lies ahead. So looking at the Universal Survival Saga roster, right, we can kind of get an idea of what we need to see, right, throughout the year, right? Universe 7 has been getting sort of random buffs, so to speak, right? We got a new TUR lead with the Int 17 and 18, right? And then LR Blue Evolution Vegeta got his Easy A, and then UI Goku got his Easy A, along with STR UI Goku and Blue KAIOKEN and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So all of these guys from Universal Survival Saga got their Easy A's just very, very recently. So the only thing they're lacking is a proper lead. So I think we could see a new lead for the Universal Survival Saga or Reps of Universe 7 coming as the Part 1 LR, and then maybe the Part 2 LR be Universe 6 character. So kind of what I'm thinking is we're going to get a redo of the Blue KAIOKEN Goku, specifically this one here. Now, if I'm right, and this is Universe 6 tournament, they aren't technically on Universal Survival Saga, but it still kind of fits the theme, right? Because of the Universe 6 category. And we've already gotten a ton of things from the Tournament of Power. We already have a UI sign, right? We already have LR UI sign. We already have LR Mastered Ultra Instinct. Not saying we can't get another one, but I think it's high time we get a new Blue KAIOKEN before we get a new UI, because those were just under 3 years ago, or 4 years ago now, actually. So might be a bit too soon for that redo, but I could definitely see them doing this. Now, to fit the Universal Survival Saga theme, like maybe it's a Goku that starts as Blue KAIOKEN and he's in the Universal Survival Saga, and he's in his Universal Survival Saga gi, and then he transforms into UI sign. It could be something like that, but I do think it'll be more centered around here. And the Part 2 LR must be something from Universe 6. Now, we are long overdue for an LR hit, so I think he could be the likely candidate, a new LR hit. It's also possible that it could be Kefla, right, as the Part 2 Carnival LR. After all, you guys remember the silly mistake over on Global earlier this year, right? We got LR we got Kefla's EZA early, and for some reason on their banner, we had an entirely new asset for the Kefla. The shading is different, the eyes are different, her chin is different. It's completely different than the asset we know currently from the STR Kefla asset, right? It's an entirely different model, so we have to assume that something is new here. Could this be a new LR Kefla? Could this be a new Kefla banner unit maybe that shows up on the Goku banner, on the LR banner? Who knows? Could be something new. But whatever it is, I feel like the theme of the celebration is going to be U7 versus U6. So it may not necessarily be the full U6 tournament, right? It could just be reps of Universe 7 versus reps of Universe 6 could be sort of be the theme, and we could see a blue KAIOKEN Goku and a hit, or KAIOKEN Goku and a Kefla. And honestly, this really works out because there's a lot of both categories, U6, Universal Survival Saga, and Reps Universe 7 need brand new leaders, but there's a ton of potential EZAs, right? Looking at Universe 6, Kale and Caulifla could possibly see an EZA. Super Vegeta released the same year they did. They could see an EZA. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. We could also see the Super EZA for this guy here. Another possibility is Hit and God Goku could be a possibility. They are on. It would make sense as sort of the culmination of the two universes, right? Having these guys EZA. Although without Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's EZA having happened yet, this feels a little less likely. But I mean, with yellow coin LRs, they kind of jump all over the place, right? Like, I mean, it took them years to EZA Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So, I mean, it's entirely possible we could see this LR EZA happen as the culmination of the two universes, right? Basically, them two coming together. Another possibility is, of course, Full Power Jiren. He didn't EZA during the Topo celebration, but it's possible they could just throw his EZA in as a Universal Survival Saga EZA. The Universal Survival Saga as a category itself could still use a couple EZAs, right? Int LR Universe 717, they could EZA. Same with LR Golden Frieza in 17, they could EZA. Krillin, right? He didn't EZA during the anniversary with his LR counterpart, so it's entirely possible he could, right? The free-to-play 18 and 17 could EZA. Fitboo, Margarita, although probably not her, right? She'll EZA with a Pebbyel's batch. So, right, this AGL 18, this Int 17, this Tech, and both Tech 17 and 18 could be EZA, right? There's a lot of really good options here that still haven't been touched yet for the Universal Survival Saga in terms of EZA. So we could definitely see something like that. And I do think this is no major coincidence, right? The fact that it requires Space Traveling Warriors, which, by the way, Hit is on, which is why I think he's likely to be one of the cards as opposed to Kefla. And then Universe 6, then of course Universal Survival Saga. This is no coincidence, I think, especially when Cell Max and Goku Black have nothing to do with these missions. But we shall see when the time comes, right? This will drop a couple days after Cell Max's banner drops. So, I mean, it'll be actually right around the time Tanabata is starting, looking at these missions, actually. So, that's interesting choice. So, guys, that is it for the video. That is just kind of what I've pieced together based on the information that's dropped earlier today. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And if you guys liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And of course, if nothing else, guys, thanks for watching and aloha.